All right, I'm going to walk everybody through this patch. So going to bring in voices 1 and 2. 1, 2. You can hear the first voice. It's playing 2 notes out of a 3-note arpeggio, F minor. And the bass line is playing the low F of that chord. I'm just trying to sync it together a little bit so it sounds like one arpeggio. I'm going to condense this opening just for sake of time, but let's bring in a kick drum. So I'm slowly fading in a filter to the kick and basically slowly going to bring this kick in. Kind of helps establish this groove. Tweaking the filters. I'm going to add a delay through this matrix mixer to voice 1. You can hear it. There we go. All right, so there's the groove. So I have another voice down here that I'm going to slowly bring in with a lot of reverb through Strymon Starlabs. You just raise the filter cutoff. Just kind of I'm staying in the same key of F minor. With my sequencer, I'm just going to start picking notes out of this 8-note sequence. So right now you're hearing 4 notes. So I'm going to go down to and change the first note. That's all that's changed, is just that first note of this sequence. Let's add a little hi-hat, a little percussion to this. Slowly raising the filter to the hi-hats. There we go. Let's bring this in again. Let's add another note to this 4-note sequence with voice 3. To give it a little bit different flavor. Let's change that note to this one. So all I'm doing is just adding and changing these notes. Just one note at a time. So I just raised the level of the reverb. It's going through an effects send. We're going to go to the original 4 notes that we started with voice 3. Let's bring this 2 notes in, up a little bit. All right, so let's bring up the bass a little bit. And I'm going to add a delay right here. See, it's red, so it's off. So I'm going to turn it to the left. And we're going to kick on a delay to the bass line. 4 or 5 different notes here on voice 3. I'm going to slide off the kick for a second. Build a little bit of tension here. And I'm going to bring that kick back in about the same volume. Go. You can let this groove go on for however long, but we're going to change a couple of things. So right now, voice 1 and voice 2 running that F minor arpeggio are all in the same octaves. They're all 16 feet. So we are going to change these 2 notes, A flat and C. We're going to take one of the oscillators and go to 8 foot. Just to brighten that sound up a little bit. And now that we've got this groove going, I'm going to, on my sequencer, I'm basically resting, there's a rest on, it's playing the F minor by itself, or the F minor arpeggio, but I'm basically resting over the F note. So I'm going to add the F note to it. Now you can hear that it's playing those 3 notes, while this bass line stays with that F, but that F note is also resting on the A flat and C space. So it's getting 1 every third, so it's just coming in and enhancing on this first note, if that makes any sense at all. So now that I've got this arpeggio going, I've got this bass line established, we're going to bring in the same F minor chord that we've been using in voice 3, this guy. But I'm going down right here in my sequencer is another F minor arpeggio. Except the octaves on this are at 4 foot, so it's a little bit higher, or way higher. My bad, this actually isn't playing an F minor triad, it's playing F, C, and D. I had to check because I thought it was the same, but it's not. Which is okay though. So all we're going to do is we're going to slowly crossfade basically and bring this sequence in. And we're going to slowly pull the voice 1 out. Just kind of let it do a thing for a second. I'm going to turn on this glide and raise the voice, the octave on voice 1 to 2 feet, so it's going to be super high. Because we're going into another idea, so this is going to be a transition. So I need this bass to change, so I'm going to pull it out quick. Kill the drums. I'm going to switch to another different bass line on voice 2, but I'm going to bring in this transition. And it's still running that arpeggio, it's just trying to glide. It's giving this kind of weird sound. Once it gets up to its highest, I'm going to bring in this bass line and then I'll bring in the drums. pattern in voice 1 and voice 3. The second thing going on. So now I can bring in, change these octaves back. Just to kind of segue from that transition and kind of keeping it for the second idea. I'm going to turn glide off and bring in